What's up, y'all? It's Jesse here with you today, and today I'm going to be opening up the Meepo Ninja Hurricane Bamboo Electric Skateboard. So the packaging comes in a really nice box, very secure. This thing doesn't wiggle around at all as you've got it inside its foam cutouts. Oh, it's heavy. It is heavy. We've got the 405 by 65 millimeter wheels, and inside the accessory box we've got the manual, got the Meepo multi-tool as well as a wrench, got a 400-watt charger along with a dongle so you can charge your remote at the same time. It has a digital display on it. You've got the remote, 2 spare belts. These 2 belts are for putting on the smaller wheels, and I'll show how you do that here a little later in the video. The board comes with double kingpin trucks on it, but you can also install the triple kingpins if you prefer those. You have your 4 pneumatic wheels, and it does say inflate before use. Spare bolts, some spare screws, as well as a multi-tool here. And these gear mechanisms here are for installing the smaller wheels. Your smaller belts will mount on these and then go on your drive motors. The Meepo Hurricane Ninja Bamboo has a 725 watt-hour 12 S4P segmented battery with an advertised range of 31 miles and a top speed of 32 miles per hour. It also has 4 levels of brake control. The board weighs 35.5 pounds with a max load of 550 pounds. There are 2 washers, 2 little gold washers. One goes on the inside of the wheel, one goes on the nut side. Then just grab your tool that has 3 different size sockets on it and crank it down. Interestingly, this board does not come with instruction manual, and I've had trouble finding it online. So I had to use this video to assemble. Now on the back, there's only one of these golden spacers. So I presume that that's going to go on the outside along with the nut, because these grooves here are going to line up to the grooves on this drive motor. There it is. Now you got to check out the ground clearance on this thing when it has the off-road tires on it. So you've got about 4 inches to the bottom of the battery. That'll get you over a lot of obstacles. Alright, I did say that I was going to teach you how to install the smaller wheels if you do primarily street riding. And in order to do that, you're going to need your smaller belts and your smaller gear drives. So, first things first, you got to take off the larger drive assembly here along with its belt, or the larger hub along with the belt. It's pretty simple. It really just takes some pressure to slide it off, and it'll come off with the top gear, and it'll come off as one assembly here. Obviously the belt can be removed. If you do break one, you've got spares. Then you're going to take your smaller belts, put it on your gear assembly with these prongs facing outward, because these prongs are going to go match up to the prongs inside the wheel here, like so. Slide it on, and then it's a little bit of a challenge. You've got to get this belt up onto that gear drive as you're sliding it on. And then once you got it on the top here, just kind of work it on the bottom until it's fully flush onto the gear. Now that you've got this gear on, you're going to take your wheel, line up that inner spacer, slide it on, and give it a little tap, make sure it's fully seated. And the same thing, put your washer and nut on, tighten her down. The front wheels are much easier, you don't have to change anything. Just take your wheel, slide it on, put the washer and the nut on, tighten her up, and you'll be free spinning. And that's all there is to it. To pair the remote to the board, you turn the board on, then long press the power switch for 7 seconds. So your power switch is here. Turn it on, press and hold it for 7 seconds. Then you'll take your remote, press the power button on the remote for 2 seconds to turn it on. Then you'll press the power and the function button on the remote at the same time, and it will pair to the board automatically. The charging port on the board is right here. You just flip this little flap up. Take your power cord. It is notched, so it can only go in one way. Don't forget to inflate the tires before you take it for your first ride. Ready to go. The charger is the latest 50.4 volt 8 amp 400 watt GAN charger, leading to a charge time of only 2 hours. I've only been brave enough to get it up to 31 miles per hour, so if anyone else has this board, tell me if you've reached the top advertised speed. You can choose between the traditional kingpin trucks, perfect for high-speed riding, or the double kingpin truck, suitable for riders with lots of turns and carving for leisure and play. I have a blast with this board. I'll take my boy to the park just about every day, even riding over speed bumps with him on it. You get 2 sets of wheels, including the 105mm Cyclone wheels and the 175x50 Meepo 175S pneumatic tires for off-roading. Riding through grass at the park is no problem since the board has so much torque, especially on the 4th level. Alright, of course I did an endurance test with the Meepo VS3, so we got to do the same thing with this Hurricane. We're going to set it at level 3 with braking level 3. And we are fully charged. Alright, so the remote hit the halfway mark, but then jumped back up to 3/4. Right now we are at 8.41 miles. I want to be able to get home, so I'm going to turn around here and I'll ride around my neighborhood just to be safe, to try and kill the rest of the battery. I've got basically 1 bar left, and I have ridden 17.5 miles. Alright, I'm getting 4 beeps on the remote now, so we're pretty close to dying. I'm stopping here. I have ridden for almost 19 miles. So I am going to confidently say that you can get 20 miles out of this thing on level 3, braking level 3, full throttle the whole time. Well, virtually the whole time. You gotta, cross streets and stuff, but that's pretty dang good. I wanted to test it out on some dirt, so when we were heading to St. George, Utah, I had to bring it. The pneumatic tires do fantastic on dirt, absorbing the rocks and bumps while still feeling like I was in control of the board. Alright, the pumps will get you. Be careful. Oh, man. Woo. That was close. This board is incredible. The flexibility of changing wheels for street riding or off-road riding is awesome. And for a relatively low cost of $1,200, you get an amazingly capable board. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.